What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are enjoying Iron Banner week with coming off of Disjunction Trials. Can't wait to see you guys next week on Jav 4 with Inquisitor. I'm calling it right now, it's going to happen. But today, this video, we're going to talk about some things that Trials probably needs to change now that we've gone a few weeks post them updating the playlist and trying to bring people into the playlist and up population. I'm going to admit, when they first did it, one, I was very excited about the changes. Two, it worked. Like, they brought in 2 new guns that people really wanted, as far not new guns, just reskinned guns, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But the playlist was up, matches were good, everything was looking good, but now a lot of setbacks have come, and like bad matchmaking with class matchmaking, and that disjunction with a gun that no one really wants, and we saw the player population completely plummet. So this video is to kind of air out some potential ways to make the Trials playlist a little bit better. But first, I want to plug in here. Right now, if you want to avoid Iron Banner and avoid all the RDM Invis hunters that think they're Moon Knight, thought I was playing Destiny, not Marvel Rivals, you know, the moon haunts you. But hey, if you want to avoid that, right now in the bottom left of your PvP screen, there is a checkmate modifier for control. I've been having a blast in it this week. Can't wait for checkmate and the meter to come back. It's great for the game. First and foremost, I think what needs to happen is we need better loot in the game. This game is a looter shooter. If you want to bring in the PvE players to play the higher end PvP game mode, they need loot that will actually be chaseable. The thing with Trials is you can't just go in there and make all the guns PvE guns that you need to chase after. You need to like kind of put like half of them as that. We've seen this with Cataphract. What's another one that we just recently had? Tomorrow's Answer. Those guns were all pretty good. In fact, Tomorrow's Answer is really good. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. I got my Solo Flawless and goes to Deep Clear with it. Like, it's a very good rocket launcher, especially with Envious Arsenal being the meta right now. But what are some other ways we can do this? One, I think, is the Slug Shoddy is just like Inquisitor's coming back. I don't think that's good enough to like get people back in, if I'm being 100% honest. We need actual new guns in this playlist, and honestly, there could even be some reskin guns, but like with updated perks. And let's get into some of those. So first off, I think maybe if we see that rocket sidearms are the #1 gun used in PvE currently. We have one in almost every slot. We do have one in every single slot. The only thing we're missing now is a kinetic rocket sidearm, so why not make that a Trials gun? That, I promise you, that'll get people into the playlist, because a lot of builds now and a lot of modifiers and GMs and other PvE activities have supercharged kinetic weapons, and most people who run prismatic, there's a specific fragment that is made to boost your to make your abilities better based off of kinetic weapons. So that'd be a good one. Another idea I have is possibly a Strand 120 hand cannon. We haven't had one since Lightfall came out. Most people don't really use Round Robin anymore because its perks are kind of outdated compared to the rest of the sandbox. So bringing that back. Another one, as we see with Redrix, which still needs to be nerfed, by the way. Like, nerf the stability, please. Like, what are we doing? Aside from that, the BXR frame is a good one, and there's only 2 guns in the game with it right now. One is BXR, which is like kind of power creep. Perks aren't very good, so is what it is. And then Redrix, which has taken the Crucible by storm since its inception, with this season's new comp coming out. So why not make the 3rd frame be from the Trials playlist? I'm pretty sure that would bring in people. It would be a gun that would be good for everybody to use. My PvP friends, I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. It'll be good for everybody to use. It'll be easy to use for PvP players and PvE players. Another example I have of guns you can bring in, I know currently in this game I don't think we have a single legendary linear gun. that take special ammo. I think they're all exotic, but why not make the first one a trials weapon? I promise you people will play the game just to get that. Just so they can say they have it, and if you give it with good perks, it can be really good. It doesn't waste an exotic slot. It can be really fun to use. Especially with, I mean, it's a little too late now, but if they ever roll back around with perks that favor linear fusion rifles, it'd be perfect to have this. That wouldn't eat up an exotic slot. And then, even if you don't want to do this, any of these changes, you could bring back Reed's Regret and re-roll it with good perks. Make it the first heavy linear that rolls with Envious Arsenal. That perk is like so needed now because of power creep. That in if you want any competitive PvE damage rotation, you need Envious Arsenal to compete and post up good damage numbers. That's just how it is. The second thing that needs to be addressed is the matchmaking. The matchmaking, I think for almost everybody in this playlist, good players, bad players, players in the middle, it's been pretty wonky. And on one hand, bad players don't want to get stomped. On the other hand, the higher end players, they don't want, it's not, okay, I want to clear something up for everyone. It's not that they're trying to duck and avoid playing good players. If you read how the matchmaking works, once you hit your 7 win streak flawless and you get the completed passage, you play people with similar skill for your weekly game. So if you have a 3 KD, fuck, even myself, who might have a 2 KD one weekend. Do you know what that means when I go into a game? Do you know how many people in this community actually have a 2 KD or a 3 KD? The answer is not a lot, and eventually you start matching cheaters. I don't personally see that often because I'm on console for one, and two, that's very rare for me to get up that high, especially being in solo queue. But the top streamers who always bitch and complain about matching cheaters, because they are matching cheaters. You don't see them because your KD isn't high enough, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So maybe just listen, don't get angry about it. It's not a perfect solution to anything until the population is the only thing that fixes that. And two, the matchmaking just needs to be better. Something in my personal experience, I actually liked the flawless pool because it put me in games with other players that were my skill level who were good. They had a good trials weekend, and most of the time they were competitive games until you get like that one teammate that realizes, oh, I have to try this time, okay, I'm just going to jump off the map the whole time. That's never fun for anybody. So fuck those people, but for the most part matchmaking isn't very fun. On the other hand, now they relaxed the flawless pool there as far as solo queuing goes. Something that I do not like, that I'm seeing a lot of, is I'll get teammates on my team who are really bad, but then I will never play against them. And that's a problem. Why is it that they're good enough to play again with me, but they get protected from me? Like, they're not supposed to be in my skill bracket. That's kind of bullshit, and I think Bungie knows that, but I don't know if they'll ever fix that in matchmaking. That is a problem that needs to be addressed. Another thing I want to talk about, and I actually saw it on CK Mushroom, he did a Trials rant about this, and it didn't really hit me until this past Disjunction weekend, but you know how sometimes Trials has like 3 maps that are rotating, and they rotate like the whole day throughout that whole Trials weekend? I think we need something similar, but maybe like a different map per day. He talked about that. I honestly think that'd be great for the playlist, because if you don't like a map, just don't play Trials like Friday night, but then you go hop in because it's like your favorite map on Saturday. Like, I think that would be huge. I also think that we should do something similar to that in comp, but it should be a different video from now on. Another change I think we need to bring back, we need multiple lighthouse trips. This whole win streak thing is kind of chalked, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think really anyone cares. Most of the time if you have a high win streak, most people think you're a cheater anyway, so like, I don't think it really matters that much. We should probably move on and go back to multiple lighthouse trips. Give something exclusive for people that are, give like some kind of like loot, some kind of cosmetic shader. Maybe make a shader for once for Trials Bungie. That would be great. To people who like do multiple, like say you go to the lighthouse 5 times in a weekend, you get like a shader. Something like that. Like, that would be good for the game. Like, it would make people who actually main Trials feel like their time is being valued, and it would also give something for lower players to strive for. So anyway, GG's. That's all I really got for today. If you liked this video, please subscribe, like, and press the bell next to subscribe for more videos. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the rest of the Iron Banner week. I'm personally going to be going into Verdansk with the boys since it's back, but after that we'll be right back on Trials next weekend, so hope to see you there, and GG's.